my gimbal died en route, so we're still working out the kinks with that guy, but figured I'd bring you on an afternoon of my life. I'm walking to go walk a dog that I walk twice a week in the afternoons. I think it's like 39 degrees. It snowed yesterday, so some ice and like salt on the ground. But otherwise it's a sunny day. I just happen to be on the shaded side of the street. Now we're walking in the park. He likes to sniff the entire thing of grass. So we just walk and he sniffs, and we walk and he sniffs. Hey, look at this day. Look at this day. We're gonna get a little bit more walking in before we walk back home. And now, in a very exciting turn of events, we're on a grocery store. So this walk, without explicitly giving you my address, basically I walk about 3/4 of a mile to his house. We do a mile together, and then it's 3/4 of a mile back to mine. Trader Joe's is a little bit out, so a little extra, but I love it because these days I don't have any problems getting my steps in, and because of the time, it's usually like peak sunshine, so it's always a nice like way to brighten my day. I love it. Also, I love walking the dog because I get to have the dog and then I get to turn him back in. It's great. All right, we have the goods. There's a dog over there that is not pleased by the situation, but we have the goods. Went to the store. I normally walk, obviously not with a camera in my hand, but like kind of like a pack mule. I normally have my own bags, but when I go to the store after walking the dog, I don't take my own bags with me to walk him. All right, this is gonna be precarious. This is icy right here. These are not winter sneakers that I have on. So, alrighty, we're home, put all the groceries away. I am now getting ice for my water. Since it's winter still, I keep the Brita outside. I'm on period. I have no energy. I'm exhausted today. I need to just eat something easy. So I bought this pizza. I will probably have this for lunch and dinner. I'll just add some protein to it. I've got some pepperoni and I've got some ground beef that I'll probably add. Ooh, and banana peppers. Oh, I just remembered I have banana peppers. Love banana peppers. My Mondays are kind of a slower day, realistically. I start the day slow. I'll do a couple like admin things in the morning. I go walk the dog, run any errands. I try to get all that done kind of while I'm outside. I have allergies. And then I'll come home, have lunch. I usually watch some kind of like YouTube video while I'm having lunch. Either I'll watch a podcast, or today I've got this YouTube video that I want to watch about creating a YouTube and like being successful on YouTube. So I'm just learning. It's like a lunch and learn. I have like my own lunch and learns basically. So I'll do that, and then I'll do a bunch of admin. I've got some like brainstorm stuff I gotta get done today. That's what I've put on my list of things to do today. My week feels like more ramped from Tuesdays. I don't know why. Mondays are just really slow for me. So that's what it looks like right now. But the timer just went off. So I need to put the banana peppers and the pepperoni on the pizza so that it warms up in the oven. Very important ingredient when consuming pizza, Valentina, every time. I put it on one slice at a time. So like that slice has Valentina. And we're watching Modern Millie video on creating a YouTube account. Also, in the spirit of being the most transparent I possibly can, when I'm home, I'm pretty much always with my hair like that. I need it out of my face, and then if you pull it up, it gives this a little bit of volume. I have really flat hair, so it helps me get the volume. And also that way I'm not putting it up in a ponytail. Okay, gonna have my pizza. Alrighty, now I have some work to do. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but I have receipts and just like junk on the desk. I try really hard to keep my desk organized. I really don't have a lot of stuff from where I've traveled so much for so long that my desk basically had to fit in a backpack. So working is kind of weird for me now because when I moved to Minneapolis, I really didn't like my job. I just felt like I was in the wrong job. Like the job was fine, it was just not the job for me. I don't know, so there's like a negative association almost now. I realized the other day, I was like, why is it that when I sit down, I just have this begrudging attitude towards doing anything, and it's because of the association that I have with my desk and work. Whereas I can sit on the couch with my laptop and even pull both screens and just like knock shit out for hours. I can go to a co-working place and get stuff, and it's just that like this space became associated with doing this job that I didn't love, that felt really draining. Now that I'm thinking about this, I think that's also why it's almost why I'm like rebellious towards working 9 to 5. I'm like, I'd rather use that time to do other stuff and then I'll work in the evening. It's almost like I finally have the freedom to make the decision. I want to decide not to do this in the like normal hours. All that to say, it's 6:30 p.m. and we're yapping. I will say Mondays are not my most productive days. I finally realized that recently, and once I realized that and was able to say like, you don't have to work Monday through Friday, like the whole point of this whole thing is that I can work when I want and I make my own hours and I have that freedom. It's been nice to say like, my Monday mornings are gonna be errands, and I walk the dog and make sure I get the steps in, and then I'll work on a Saturday or like work weirder hours or so, like whatever it is. But it's been nice to kind of finagle my own schedule, I will say. Admittedly, I sat on the couch and scrolled for a bit, and I did edit some pictures and I got stuff done, but this is actually probably gonna be a fairly short working session. I've been working off weekly goals for the month of March, and now that it's April, I didn't really make a plan because I'm traveling and it's like hectic. One of the problems I have is that I get really productive at night and I'm trying to go to bed earlier, so I'm trying to reset. Just now I caught myself getting in the zone, and then I looked and it's 8 p.m. and I need to eat at least a little bit more protein because again, I have protein goals. So if you ever have that issue where you just stare at your fridge for like 20 minutes just hoping that something is gonna like pop out, like I'm like, some creativity will come to me, right? Well, I think we're just gonna have lettuce and ground turkey and call it a day. It's not very exciting, but shit happens, you know what I mean? All right, dinner is this Greek bowl that looks kind of weird because I put balsamic vinegar, and balsamic vinegar is black. Shredded lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, feta, salt, pepper, oil, vinegar, chicken, and a little bit of hummus. And that's gonna be my dinner for the evening while I watch, it's called The Lady's Companion in English. I don't know what it's called in Spanish. It's a new Spanish series on Netflix. I watch a lot of Spanish TV and movies in Spanish, but because my Netflix is a US Netflix, all the titles are always in English. So anyways, I will watch this, The Lady's Companion. We'll see how it goes. It has 2 actors that I like, so. Now we're gonna wash our face and do our nighttime skincare routine, which, since I don't have any makeup on, should be easy. At some point I feel like I want to do a full like yap while I do my skincare, not edited. What I put on Instagram always has to get edited down. So I would be very interested to see what like a full on yap would be like. This is so disorganized. I'm realizing I have like stuff here, stuff in a drawer. The more content I create, the more I realize like how rushed my setting up this apartment was, and how, it's not that it wasn't intentional, I'm just so, I haven't had a home, I haven't had to like build a home in over 8 years. And so, you know, when you don't have a lot of stuff, it's just a weird sensation, really. I didn't know how to do it. I couldn't even fill these drawers when I moved in. I didn't have anything. God, I love how thick this cream is. There are so many things that I used to think were scams, like just a ploy to get people to spend more money. But these actually have made a difference. It's wild. I mean, you have to wear them, you have to have the right under eye cream, because I used them with a shitty under eye cream for a while and it didn't do anything. But this is an elite combo. That's it. Now I'm gonna put my deodorant and then leave these on for 10 minutes while I like settle for bed. And that's a wrap on my afternoon/evening, really, with me. I'm in bed. I'm gonna read some on my Kindle. Try not to stay up too late. See you in the next one.